This is Appalachian Kentucky, a land rich in culture, history, and a unique, proud people, and in many ways a part of mainstream America. It is the land and its people that stole Father Ralph Biding's heart in the early 1950s.
Appalachia is a beautiful word, and it's an even more beautiful place. I know I had my first experience in it back in 1946, which I guess is 42 years ago. I came as a young man, 22 years old, and I was fascinated by it for many reasons. I could see the beauty of it, the hills, the valleys, the trees, all of those things spoke of the handiwork of God. But I was also impressed by the wealth that was here. There was great natural wealth. There were trees, the finest hardwood forest in America, coal deposits that were unequaled anywhere in the world, oil, gas, all of these things were here in great abundance. And yet another thing that I found and that saddened me with the whole thing was poverty. In 46, the beginnings of the Great Depression were to be experienced here in Appalachia. We were beginning to see the end of the war effort. The war had ended and the need for the great production of coal was coming to an end. Automation had taken place. One man was now doing the work of 10. And so we saw a lot of unemployment, and that saddened me. I wanted to make a difference, and it seemed to me that an area that needed help was the place that you ought to be. I felt that bridge building was one of those areas that we could really and truly concentrate upon. I had something to offer, they had something to offer. Working together, I felt that we could produce something that was going to be more beautiful, more outstanding, more enduring than anything we found before we came together.
Appalachian Kentucky is a paradox. It is a land where one can find many conveniences of modern American society. Fast food restaurants, discount and department stores, multi-lane highways, yet it is also an impoverished region. 22% of all people in central Appalachia live below federal poverty levels, nearly twice as many as the national average. In some areas, served by the Christian Appalachian Project, 75% of the people live below the poverty level. In the early 1950s, Father Ralph Biding dreamed of an Appalachia free of poverty and despair. He dreamed of hope for the future and the affirmation of human dignity. Directly from his heart, the Christian Appalachian Project was born. Over 3 decades, the Christian Appalachian Project grew from the dream of one Catholic priest to an interdenominational, non-profit Christian organization where more than 300 employees and many volunteers provide services in Kentucky's Appalachia and reach thousands of people each year. Headquartered in Lancaster, the Christian Appalachian Project also bases itself in Martin, deep in the mountains of Kentucky. Father Biding's dream is still growing into new Appalachian areas, helping still more people and offering more hope.
We dream a lot, we hope a lot, we pray a lot. I guess what I would hope could be said in years to come is that we brought hope. That we took a people that couldn't see beyond their level of vision into the hill beyond the creek, and we took them to the mountaintop and showed them all the ridges and all the beautiful things that could be done. We gave them the possibility of dreaming. Sometimes the dreams may be impossible dreams, but even in the act of dreaming, much is done. And other dreams that may be lesser in extent do come about. Hope. That is what I would hope that we would leave behind, that whatever valley we went into, whatever holler we occupied, whatever little community we visited, that place would have more hope than it had before we came.
Thank you for the love that you've shown us, the great love that Albert has for his wife, and the great love that Gladys has for Albert. the wonderful family they've had together, and even through all the struggles of their life.
The Christian Appalachian Project seeks to address causes of problems as well as day-to-day needs. We seek to avoid giveaways and dependency and try to involve the Appalachian people themselves in the solutions to their own problems. Our work can loosely fit into 3 categories: economic, human development, and spiritual, with programs ranging from job creation to elderly visitation to handicap services. And in all areas and in every program, we strive to bring the spirit of Christian unity. Let's take a look at the programs of the Christian Appalachian Project. One of the nation's highest high school dropout rates can be found in Appalachia. In some areas, 2/3 of the students entering the 9th grade will not receive their high school diploma. The 5th Congressional District, a major portion of our service area, is ranked by some sources as the least educated district in the nation. The 7th District, also in our service area, is ranked 4th from the bottom. Many Appalachian high school seniors each year are encouraged to further their education through the Christian Appalachian Project Scholarship Program. The scholarships are based on community service as well as academic achievement and provide for students educational opportunities that may not exist otherwise.
I guess the CAP scholarship really was the turning point in my making the decision to go to college. I had no intentions on going to college up until the middle of my senior year, and I was encouraged by friends and teachers to give it a shot. So I started applying for every scholarship that I heard of, and the CAP scholarship was the first one that I actually received. And it helped me in a sense that it gave me a vote of confidence that I thought I could really do it, as well as the financial aspect of the scholarship.
The Family Life Center School coaches Appalachians toward completing their high school equivalency certificates, GED. The School on Wheels programs takes the classroom on the back roads of Kentucky to those GED students who are isolated. Preschoolers attend the Christian Appalachian Project's Child Development Centers, where attention is given to their educational growth, as well as their emotional and physical growth. Children experience the wonder of learning at an early age, and various programs are developed to include parents in the educational process. The Mountain Christian Academy, a K-8 school founded by Father Biding, opened its doors in 1983, offering an interdenominational Christian atmosphere for learning. Teen centers and youth centers offer positive gathering places for young people in their after-school hours. Young people participate in games like pool and basketball, tutoring sessions, field trips, and structured activities such as group discussions and visiting speakers. The Christian Appalachian Project's Adult Literacy Program identifies illiterate adults who want to learn to read. These adults are tutored and helped to achieve what may be for them their first positive educational goal. Lack of education places Appalachia in the bondage of poor health care, poor housing, and unemployment.
And 5, take away the 4, 0.015.
For CAP, building employability means more than preparing one individual for one job. Unemployment in our service area runs very high, with real unemployment as high as 50% in some communities. As part of the Economic Development Department, and with self-sufficiency as a goal, our business outreach program is working with communities to help them identify and develop their own resources to create jobs for many Appalachians. Individuals are assisted through a variety of economic development programs. One successful program is a Christmas wreath factory, which creates seasonal employment for over 100 people. 60,000 wreaths are shipped nationally each year and now appear in several national giftware catalogs. Another exciting program is the manufacturing of quality handcrafted items such as brooms, corn husk flowers, and birdhouses. These and other products are successfully marketed nationally and internationally through an aggressive program called Christmas Ridge Handcrafts. Caprice Industries is the nation's leading supplier of corn husk flowers. The Christian Appalachian Project's used clothing stores, called attics, not only provide clothing at extremely reasonable prices, but are staffed by local people who would otherwise be unemployed. The attic stores serve numerous counties in Appalachia. Many Appalachians live in substandard housing. Some have never lived in a house with a floor, or glass windows, or walls. Some of these people are young, but many are elderly, and often live alone and have no extended families. Through its home repair program, the Christian Appalachian Project helps families living in desperate situations. With each home that is improved, a family is offered hope for a better, more secure living environment. The home repair crew, made up of employees and volunteers, work on nearly 90 homes each year with the primary goal of improving health, comfort, and safety. Jim Lynn and Lloyd Rice worked on the Mason home in Casey County. As is typical, work became more than just a job for Jim and Lloyd.
Christian Appalachia Project to me is more than just an 8-hour-a-day job. It's getting to meet new people, and most of the people that we meet becomes during our work becomes just a part of the family to us, and it's really nice, you know, to work with people like this and you're helping people that's in need, and it's just a great way to show Christ through the work that we do.
And I think that the only thing that I would add to that, because Lloyd pretty well covered it, is that I have a special interest in the work here in Casey County. There are, of course, crews in several different counties, but I'm a Baptist pastor here, and so not only does it provide work, but it also allows me to minister to my own people, because I'm a Casey Countyan, and I like what CAP is doing. It's just a great organization to work for.
Caprice Industries employs handicapped adults to make corn husk flowers and prepare for job opportunities in the food service industry. The program offers more than a job. It offers the opportunity to develop independence, responsibility, and self-worth. The Special Needs Home is an alternative for handicapped children who, for whatever reason, cannot live with their families. While at the homes, a routine of physical and emotional therapy is developed for the children. Staff members teach parents how to care for and cope with their children's special needs. The goal is always to reunite the families, but when that is impossible, the homes care for the children until adoptive or foster families can be found. The mountains, while beautiful, often isolate and insulate many families. Through the Parents Are Teachers program, staff members visit the homes of handicapped preschoolers and teach parents how to perform physical therapy to stimulate physical, emotional, and intellectual growth. Interest in issues facing the elderly has become cause for national concern. Through the work of the Christian Appalachian Project, elderly people are offered a sense of control, happiness, and contentment in their later years. Their dignity is ensured, and they know that they are not alone. Only Father Biding could look at an old motel and see the possibility for community living for elderly Appalachians. With a few modifications, in 1982, the Emmaus Christian Life Center opened its doors in Berea to serve elderly people who can care for themselves, yet for whatever reason should not or wish not to live alone. Volunteers are the backbone of the project's elderly visitation program. Volunteers listen, run errands, read, and do whatever needs to be done to help the elderly people they visit. Friendships often continue long after the volunteers' time with the Christian Appalachian Project is completed. Self-worth and self-reliance need to be reinforced in all aspects of one's life and is an ongoing process. Whether one is a teenager attending camp for the first time or an adult working through difficult family problems, CAP provides opportunities for people to grow as individuals. Lives are touched through the CAP Summer Camp program at Camps Andrew Jackson and Shawnee, and through our youth centers. The Mutual Care Home helps teenage mothers realize the value of preparing for motherhood and properly caring for their children. Appalachians are aided in growing their gardens and preserving food through the garden program. And many Appalachians are learning about the benefits of good nutrition, mental and emotional well-being because of CAP's preventative health care program. The only Christmas that many families know is made possible through CAP's Christmas Basket program, which provides thousands of families with holiday meals and Christmas presents. Any time during the year, when families find themselves in emergency situations, they call the Emergency Outreach Program. The Christian Appalachian Family Life Services Program addresses the immediate needs of troubled families. It is a program where people ages 18 and over live together in a community of shared responsibilities and experiences. Adults are offered the services of CAP's counseling service and may begin work on their GEDs, while at the same time their children attend child development centers. Because spouse abuse is a problem, the Christian Appalachian Project offers 3 spouse abuse shelters as safe refuge for women and their children. Through intensive counseling, staff work with both the victims and the abusers toward resolving their problems. You have seen programs that can positively impact the lives of Appalachians through a concentrated effort on the parts of people who believe in CAP's mission, employees, volunteers, and donors. The Christian Appalachian Project is funded through the generosity of donors and receives little governmental funding. CAP's direct mail campaigns to private individuals throughout the nation serve as the primary fund source. The Mountain Spirit magazine informs donors and other interested individuals of the organization's programs and issues facing Appalachia. Corporations and foundations also award grants and make in-kind donations. Operation Sharing grew from an effort to distribute a donation of $4 million worth of children's books donated by Parker Brothers. Today, the CAP's Operation Sharing solicits in-kind donations such as food, seeds, toys, books. Not only does the Christian Appalachian Project use donations for its own programs, it also distributes donations through other churches and organizations, reaching tens of thousands of people throughout all of the Appalachian states. The Christian Appalachian Project is not alone in its efforts to confront problems in the mountains. Other groups, large and small, are involved in similar work, and CAP recognizes that fact. Much of this work is supported through grant money awarded by CAP each year. As you can see, the people of Appalachia are opposed with persistent economic, educational, and social problems. The Christian Appalachian Project, through its programs, is helping the people face those problems and work toward solutions. And the work must continue.
also think, in concluding, that we have to persevere. Our Lord said once that he who perseveres to the end will be saved. And what we need to do is to never give up. No matter how many failures plague our path, no matter how many mountains rise in front of us, we must never, never give up. We just keep going. We keep climbing. If we slide down, we climb higher. We just keep going. We try a new path. We try a new way. And so if we persevere in doing good, then I think that we're eventually going to overcome. We're going to eventually build and make something beautiful. Appalachia is too valuable a piece of God's creation. Its people are too rich a reflection of his own goodness for us not to be a partner with them, not to be a friend with them, not to be an ally with them into building something even more spectacular, more beautiful than we've ever seen before. The new Appalachia that hopefully CAP and all the people that associate themselves with it can bring about.